Do you have to leave your full time job to be a successful and fulfilled creator, especially if you believe God has blessed you with this creative gift? Is it true that He only wants you to use it in a full time capacity where it actually becomes your full time income? We're going to address this very, very important topic and see whether or not we're actually supposed to enjoy a totally different kind of lifestyle on this episode of The God and Gig Show. Give me just a moment to welcome those of you who are new to our show, and then we'll get right into this super important conversation. Hello and welcome to our show. Thank you so much for making this podcast a part of your creative day. And if you're new to our show, let me tell you why you're in the right place at the right time. As an artist, musician, freelancer, entrepreneur, creative, anyone at the intersection of arts, entertainment, content creation, but also ministry, you most likely have this world where you want to achieve the best of your creative life from the inside out. And you want to be the creator that God created you to be. Well, we help you do this on this podcast, and I'm your host, Alan C. Paul. Now, this topic that I brought up is a touchy one because for years, I was one of those people who felt like we really should be able to get all of our income to be able to enter this creative lifestyle and figure out how to leave our full-time jobs. As a matter of fact, twice I've stepped away from full-time positions to pursue a new calling, to pursue a new lifestyle where I was called, I believe, to step away from something that was super secure in a 9-to-5 position. One time as a teacher and the second time as a full-time minister of music. However, I want to make sure that I never paint this picture that the only way that you can be blessed and fulfilled as a creative person is to step away from your full-time position. The most important reason, I think, is because it paints God into this box that the only way He works with creators is to give you this full-time income from your specific creative gift. And nothing could be farther from the truth. If we simply look biblically, Paul, one of the most prolific, wrote 2/3 of the Bible and prolific ministers, for years worked as a tent maker. He had an entirely bivocational lifestyle. He worked as a minister, he evangelized, but when it came down to his income, he was able to earn it through a traditional income, what you might call a 9-to-5 in today's standards. At the same time, I have so many artist friends who, without any kind of guilt, without any feeling like they are taking away from their creator lifestyle, from their creative gift, are able to maintain jobs in all of the areas of finance, in doctors, lawyers. They're doing so many other things, and yet they're also able to enjoy what I call a creator lifestyle, and they don't rely on that income. Now, do I believe that you can earn a substantial income from being a creator? That you can slowly move from your creative lifestyle and your creative gift, giving you part of your income to giving you a majority of your income? Why, of course, that's why many of the God and Gigs courses and our resources help you to see how you can better monetize your gift. But I think the danger is in thinking that's the only way. When God can absolutely use your 9-to-5 to, number one, to fund your creative gift and your lifestyle and your career so that you can blend the two things, be able to live out this income where you have dual streams, multiple streams of income from a traditional 9-to-5 and from your creator business, so that you never feel like you're stuck in one or the other. Another great benefit that we sometimes forget is that this does protect you. If you have a traditional job that you know you can rely on for benefits and health insurance and things like that, it is not a bad thing to say, I want to keep this so that I will never worry about losing these types of benefits when I am creating. Are there ways that you can become more secure and have these things from a creator lifestyle? Of course you can, but it's not a requirement. And what I think that we have become a little bit stuck in is this myth that there's either or. Either you're stuck in a traditional 9 to 5 and trying to escape it in order to become a full-time creator, or you're a full-time creator who has no stability and somehow there's no way for you to actually make it in this economy because you don't have the traditional 9 to 5 benefits and security that we talk about. The key is that there's a little bit of both. And we as faith-focused creators should absolutely see the benefits of both. Having our other skills, our multiple streams of income, providing income for us in these different ways, and finding the right balance for your life. Not trying to follow some trend, some guru, or somebody who's over spiritualizing your gift to say that if you are not using it full time, that somehow you're losing out. We want to destroy that myth right now. You are not less of a creator if you have a full-time income in another capacity. You are not less of a creator if you did not take the leap to get your full-time income from your creative gift. However, it also means that if you have decided to step into full-time income, then you need to be aware that there still need to be multiple streams of income that may not come from your talent, gift, art, or creator business. You need to still think of other ways to have income come in that may have nothing to do with your art. This is the balance that we need to find as creators. We're not looking for this pie in the sky, this nirvana where everything comes directly from your art. As a matter of fact, that might be the most detrimental mindset you could have. Your art is not designed to be your provider. God is your provider. He will allow you to use art and so many other talents that you have to make wealth available to you. He gives you the power to gain wealth. Now, I know as soon as I said the word wealth, you might have cringed because we have had this starving artist mentality for so long that we shouldn't have wealth from our art. But if you divorce the art from the wealth and you realize that God just wants you to have the kind of income that will take care of your family, take care of your finances, and help to build the kingdom, well, now it doesn't matter whether your art brings that to you or your other talents. It is the same as the Ecclesiastes phrase where we cast our bread upon the waters and it returns to us 7 or 8 times, but we don't know which one it is. So, my fellow creators, stop thinking that you have to have just one way to earn your income and that it has to be through your art. If that's the case, then sure, start to pursue it. Take those small bets. We have resources in God and Gigs that will help you do that. But never get into this one-size-fits-all mentality that you have to leave your job in order to please God. If he's asked you to do that like he did for me, to step out in faith, well then do so. But never do it with the presumption that's the only way that you can please God with your creative gifts. Make sure that you look at it in terms of you have this plethora of talents, gifts, and ideas that could bring you a full-time income and a comfortable lifestyle. And in God and Gigs, we're going to help you do that in so many ways. And we never want you to get stuck in this mindset of the myth of you have to be a full-time creator. Thank you so much for listening today and watching. I am so glad that you joined us. And once again, if you want more resources like this, we actually do have a great resource. It's called the 4 questions to ask before you go full-time as an artist. And you can find it at godandgigs.com/questions, or just tap the link in the description of this episode. Well, my friends, until next time, continue to become the creator that you were created to be. God bless, and I'll see you next episode. My friend, thank you for watching this episode. If that blessed you, you got to make sure that you stay connected with this community and this channel so that you can get more where that came from. We're sharing great interviews, tactics, strategies, mindsets, lifestyle choices. Everything is going to help you become a totally confident creative. And don't miss an episode of the God and Gig Show. If you are staying connected to our channel, you'll be able to find us anytime we release new episodes. And you can check out some of our archives of almost 200 episodes now that we've shared over the last few years. Make sure you check out one of the suggestions right now, because it's probably perfect for you to continue to develop as a creative. And continue to stay connected with us, because we're here to help you become the creative that God created you to be. We'll see you in the next episode.